The current sitting mayor of Bulawayo, that is David Coltard, has spoke in an emotional way on how the regime of Emerson Mnangagwa has been looting Zimbabwe, overpricing fire engines, overpricing the projects that they are doing. For example, the cost of the Bay Bridge border cost was inflated with 100%. The money that could have been saved for other projects. Similarly, also the Bay Bridge Harare project, which is highly celebrated, having been done by the regime of Emerson Mnangagwa, was also highly inflated. And the Mnangagwa regime is busy buying fire engines that could not be operated by Zimbabweans because they don't understand the Russian instructions written on those fire engines. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. Let's hear the mayor of Bulawayo unpacking and actually destroying the regime of Emerson Mnangagwa in terms of exposing nothing but the facts.
So I was elected mayor at the beginning of 2024. I was told that the city had just received 3 new fire engines from Belarus, Red Line fire engines. I was told that devolution funds were used by central government to buy these fire engines. So we had a handover ceremony. There were 3 new machines. I pitched up at the handover as mayor, and lo and behold, only 2 machines pitched up. I asked where the 3rd machine was, brand new, I stress, and was told it couldn't come because it couldn't get into reverse. I spoke to our chief fire officer and I said, so what do you think of these machines? And they said, oh, well, they're okay, but we have a bit of difficulty learning how to use them because all the instructions are in Russian and we don't speak Russian. I then inquired how much these machines cost, and they cost $400,000 each. Now, for those of you who don't know about fire engines, that might seem reasonable, but recently we had a team of firefighters out from the UK, and I asked them to look at these machines and to tell me how they compared to the top of the range Mercedes and Volvo machines. They came back shocked when I told them that they'd cost $400,000 each, because top of the range Volvos and Mercedes cost $250,000 each. It's an illustration of through state capture, where tenders are given to people close to the system, how a vast amount of money is taken from central government. Those of you who've been to Harare recently will know that there's a new border building at Bay Bridge, and they've constructed a new road from Bay Bridge to Harare, and it is touted as one of the great achievements of the so-called Second Republic. But once again, if you dig into that, you'll find that this Bay Bridge border post cost over $300 million US. If you speak to engineers and architects, they tell you that the buildings probably should have cost half that amount. The road itself has spawned some very interesting stories. I know the managing director of a company which sells granite chips. It's the best company in selling granite chips. He was summoned to a meeting with the Ministry of Finance in the course of the construction of this road, which had been allocated to 5 different contractors. And what emerged from this meeting is that only one of the 5 contractors had been using the granite chips correctly. The other 4 had been mixing granite chips with sand. And so the road looks good, but even if you drive on it now, you can see parts of it, those parts constructed by these 4 other companies, are starting to deteriorate. The 4 companies I referred to all have close links to senior leadership within the country. And we see this with tenders right across the board. We have another tender that was issued in the run-up to the 2023 election, where computer equipment costing a few $1,000s was actually subjected to tender, and they supplied it, this computer equipment, at values 10 times what you would go into the retail sector to buy. Once again, the tender was awarded to people very close to the regime.
So that is the Bulawayo Mayor, David Coltard, unpacking how the regime of Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa has been looting Zimbabwe. We are told Mnangagwa is implementing development projects, but when you look at the cost of these development projects, they are 10 times inflated in terms of the normal price on the market. And who is given those projects? It is the people that are close to Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. And you heard him about the Beitbridge border post. We saw ZANU-PF campaigning a lot with the developments that were done in Beitbridge border post, saying it was inflated by more than 100%, which means it costed double of what it could have normally costed. Talking of the highest bidder to actually do the renovations that were done at the Beitbridge border post. Speaking also about the highest cost of Harare to Beitbridge Road that was constructed by the so-called Second Republic, but lamenting on the quality of the services that were done by the service providers. Service providers with close proximity to the first family, so the prices were inflated, and also the quality of the road that was built, the standard is low by far. This is what has been revealed by David Coltard, saying even the tenders to actually procure computers, they inflate these computers by about 1,000%. And where is that other money going? Definitely it is going to the first family, as well as those who are associated with that particular family. I think these Zimbabweans are aware of this. And Blessed Geza, during his lifetime, he shed some more lights into this, and Knox Chivero has made it more clear on how corruption is crippling the economy of Zimbabwe, and how corruption is enabling only a few to enjoy the economy that would have, in other normal circumstances, benefited Zimbabweans in totality. But Zimbabweans are struggling because of the current administration, which is anti-people, but more on its interest rather than the interest of the people of Zimbabwe. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, don't forget to subscribe. You can also financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Okanqubo Mhlabane is signing off. Let me love